Welcome back guys to another GTA video, and in today's one we are still on the grind, but I thought I'd mix it up a little bit today by giving myself a challenge. As you can see, I'm in my vehicle warehouse and I have 7 top range vehicles to sell. So we're going to sell these in a public lobby obviously, but it is a Saturday night public lobby, which does mean only one thing. Lots of 12-year-olds with nothing better to do with their time other than griefing other players. As you can see from the map, I've got a business battle just below my location, and there are a couple of oppressors floating about, and there was also a Raiju jet as well at one point. Now we are going to start off fairly easy, so I'm going to pop on Manny's out of sight, and the way I do that is just come to this location, and with the 500 meter range that covers the entrance to the vehicle warehouse. It also gives me a good stretch where I'm still off the radar going up the highway. I will also be using Ghost and Lester's off the radar if required for the first couple of sales, but we will progressively make them more difficult, and I do also antagonise a few of the players later on as well. So starting off with the T20 here, I will make it a really dark colour just so as not to stand out, and this first one should be fairly straightforward getting to the location. So bringing up the map, we can see we're going all the way across to North Chumash, which is easy enough.
It's all or nothing on this one.
All you need to do is go straight onto the highway and stick to the highway all the way up. The yellow line isn't always necessarily the best route to take, in fact it very rarely is. And as you can see, as I'm coming up to my off the radar area, I flip onto Ghost, which keeps me off the map. Although I do notice an oppressor coming up, so I stick to the right hand side here just so he can't lock onto me or notice me as I goes over me. And we clear him without incident, and when we make it all the way up to North Chumash, there was a player there on the right hand side, but I think he was AFK. And first car is delivered. Moving on to the second sale of the night after the 20-minute cooldown period. We are going to sell the Osiris this time, and we're going to change it up. We're not allowed to go for a dark colour this time, so we'll go for a metallic grey and keep the red secondary colour on as well. We will also stick to the highway for the second delivery just to see how that goes, and then take it from there. So heading out and taking a look at the map, we can see a couple of red dots starting to appear, one of them on an oppressor.
Okay, the works.
But for the moment we are still out of sight in the Imani area, and we're going to activate Ghost again once we leave it. Now it's not the highway all the way up, we're up to the edge of the city just below the casino, and then we'll pop into the city from there. But we do in fact make it all the way up without incident. So that's sale 2 of the night completed, and it wasn't until I was actually flying back to the warehouse that this happened. I hate deluxes, but we head back to the warehouse after the cooldown period, and we are on to the third delivery for the night, and we're going to go with the Reaper. And from now on I do need to use a bright colour for the paint job, and this will be the final time that I use the highway or my normal route for the delivery of the vehicle. But jumping out and checking the map, the player that actually took me out is jumping on and off a Ghost and off the radar, so I've no idea where he is. But we head up the highway, still in the out of sight area, and just about to activate the Ghost. But for the third delivery in a row, we do in fact make it all the way up to the location without incident. And then moving on to delivery number 4, we decide to go for the Stirling GT, and it will be a really bright colour. Also for this delivery, I'm just going to change things up now, and we're no longer allowed to use my normal delivery route up the highway. I do need to try and follow the yellow line as much as possible. I do still have Imani's out of sight, and I will be using the Ghost
Okay, after what we put into this one, we don't want it to go wrong.
But the car itself obviously does look like a normal player car. It's quite a common one as well, with it being the Sterling GT, and it's quite obvious with the colour as well. And as you heard, we are starting to attract some attention. I've no idea where that came from. There was no one obviously in a jet unless I've been off the radar. It's maybe our little friend that took us out earlier. But after that, make it up to the delivery location with no other incidents. And now moving on to delivery number 5. And this is where we change things up even more. So we've got the X80 Proto, and we're going for the rather garish chrome look. Who remembers that one from the PS3 days? And we will also not be using the Ghost or Leicester for off the radar. Now we will still have it in Manny's out of sight.
Okay, the work's been done. Take the car to the buyer and don't let another organization get in the way.
I didn't even check the map there to see what was going on, but there we go, leaving the out of sight area, and I become visible to everyone on the map. And straight away we can see a jet in the skies just above us, and I did hear some distant explosions. I don't think they were aimed at me, but still worrying. And then when we come into the centre of the city, you'll see on the minimap there there's also a Raiju jet that's took a wee swoop past me. So definitely visible on the map, and players are aware that I am selling. But we make it up to the delivery location again without too much incident, and it's only afterwards I've got this lingering suspicion that there's somebody close by. I can hear something but can't see anything. And there's our little friend again off the radar. So I decide to get some revenge on him. I do take him out, but I take him out for a reason as well, because that then takes away the Yamane out of sight. As soon as you kill another player, the Yamane out of sight disappears. So moving on to sale number 6, and we're going to take out the Z-Type, and once again we're going for the chrome look.
It's all or nothing on this one. The work wasn't cheap. Get the car to the buyer clean. This should be a payday, people.
And again, no Ghost or off the radar, and there's a ramp buggy right behind me to start things off, but it doesn't come close. And then I see a scramjet, and it actually landed right next to me. So things are kind of mounting up, and I've also got 2 guys in a car that is chasing me. I'm not sure at this point if they are actually shooting or trying to get me, and it puts me off that much. I actually missed my turn in there. But we do eventually get it into the delivery location intact, and with very little damage as well. But during the cooldown period, I decided just to antagonise one of the players that was chasing me in the car, and took out his Raiju, just to kind of mix things up and annoy them a little bit. But we get onto the final delivery once the cooldown timer expires, and we do have the FMJ. Once again, we're going to put on a nice bright colour for everyone to see me, and we are not going to have any Yamane out of sight, any Ghost or any Leicesters off the radar to help us out with this final delivery.
Okay, you've done the hard part. Now deliver those goods undamaged and we'll get paid in full.
And unfortunately, and rather disappointingly, I actually make it all the way up to the delivery location without anyone even coming close to me. So there you have it guys, all 7 cars delivered in a public lobby on a Saturday night. A lot easier than what I thought it was actually going to be, but all 7 sold, no issues. There you have it guys. If you did enjoy the video or did find it useful, do leave a like. And if you are new here, why not consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.